Hello. Hello, yes, good afternoon, everybody. So today's 14th of January 2019. So somebody asked me what is this, he did ask me what this page stands for. I wrote this thing that Christmas magic make 1,500 out of 500 USD. So basically this is just a bonus which FreshForex is giving for anyone who deposits at least 500 USD. So what you need to do is you just need to deposit around 500 USD, and to do that, go to the main site. You need to go to the main site where we are now, and then move to this part called bonus, and then move straight away to bonus here. Click that, and then you ensure you read all the terms and conditions that are written down for this one, and then to read them, they are here. Deposit full terms, so you click there, and then you're supposed to read all this. Just ensure you understand everything written on this page from the very first clause, the first one, second one. So one thing which I need to mention is that this offer expires next month, 28th of February 2019. So there are also other terms and conditions that you need to adhere to. There are some others, the law and activate, like this one, require this one, everything. Just ensure you read everything and then you understand whatever we're saying. So that should be that. Let's move to today's overview, and we start off with where we left it last week. We looked at Euro USD. This is the very first chart. Just a second. This one here. Euro USD. I hope you can see it. This is a resistance. Then price goes down. Now the second resistance. Then it goes down. The second resistance. And then it goes down. The second resistance. So what we expected to happen was that the price is supposed to come back up and maybe bounce off from this place here, where my mouse pointer is at the moment. So this is what we expect, that the price was supposed to break this zone here around 1.1580, so that it continues upwards towards this trend line where we look for a sell. So as it is, nothing has happened. Instead, it closed as a pin bar, as we'll see in today's forecast. Then we moved to the next pair, which is GBP/USD. This is what we expected, a possible sell. I hope you can see that from there's the first sell, then you have the second sell. So you're supposed to actually look for a sell here, but as we will see today, price actually closed above the upper one here. And then we move to the next pair, which we looked at on Friday. USD JPY, the price was somewhere here. The price was around 108.56. So if you see, the price actually closed somewhere around this place and is here to go clearly below it. So if you're on this chart at the moment, then maybe you should just sit back and wait for a good trade. The next one was here, USD JPY, the same chart, a retracement back to the same place. We expected to come back to this place so that we sell it, but then so far nothing has happened. It is said to come back to this place so that we sell it. SP 500, we wanted price to pull back up to this place. We wanted price to come back up to this place here. So far that has not happened. And then SP500, the same chart. So let's go to real chart to see exactly what we have for the day. Just a second. We want to move to the real chart so that we see exactly what we have for today. Sorry. So I'm off. I'm going to be on immediately. Just a second. So we should be back online immediately. So we proceed. This is Euro USD chart, USDJPY, sorry. So nothing has changed much. We still have our level here, resistance. Price goes down, comes back to the same place, goes down, comes back to the same place, goes down, then back to the same place. So if you're on this chart at the moment, then this should be a very good sell. This was a good sell for you. Price has come down and we are finding it still around 108.55. So on this chart, according to this is a buy, unless the price closes below 108.55. So you're on this chart, you look at USDJPY, then possibly you should look for a buy if price comes back above 108.55, and should price close below this level, then this is a sell. So we move to the next chart, which is GBP USD here, and this is what we had previously. As I remember, we had a level here, a resistance, which was broken there, support. Then we had a support here. Then last week we were actually looking for a sell from this point. So somehow the price has closed above where we are looking for a sell. This is now upwards, and we expect price to come back to this place here. That's what we expect. The price should support, a break below, back to the same place. We're supposed to look for a sell from somewhere around here. So technically you should buy it and have a take profit at 1.3059. Look for a buy, have a take profit somewhere around this place here. We move to the next pair, which is Euro USD. So today somehow we started from the other way around. So sorry, there's something which I need to add on GBP USD. I've not said it here. So if I expand this chart at the moment, you'll notice that we had a clear resistance at this point. Then price went down, came back the same place, the same resistance. It went down, then came back the same resistance, and now we've gone above it. So according to this chart, this is a buy. Basically, you should wait for price to retrace back to somewhere around here. Wait for price to come back to this zone here, somewhere around there. Then you buy it upwards to somewhere there. So you're supposed to wait for that retracement there, and then you continue buying it upwards like that. So a breakout, a retracement, and then you buy it towards 1.3134. So you can see that there's this trend line which is holding. There's a break above it. We want price to retrace back to the same place so that you can buy it even higher. So we move to the next chart, which is Euro USD. Here, nothing, we're not going to add anything. We have this resistance, price goes down, resistance, price goes down, resistance, price goes down, resistance, price goes down, and we want it to come back to the same place that we sell it. We want price to basically come back to this trend line so that we can sell it to the lower side. So as it is, the previous week's candle is actually a sell. There's this candle here. This is a possible sell candle. This one and this are very good possible sell. So if price can come back to the highest place that it hit last week here, then this is going to be a very good place to sell from. 1.1575. Sell from here have your stop loss, and then you should have your take profit to the lower side somewhere here. So let's move to the next symbol, which is SP500. So as you can see, SP500, actually this is what we had previously. This is what we had on the 4 chart. This is what we had. We had a support here, then price went up, came back to the same support, and wanted the price to come back to the same place that is selling. So such a thing has not happened. We basically waiting to buy or sell from 2630.8. That has not happened just yet, so we are still waiting. We want to see exactly what is happening now on the real chart. SP500 should be here. So we draw our lines correctly, we are able to see what is happening. Weekly chart. So we are starting for the weekly because this is just the beginning of the week, and you need to know exactly what to expect for the entire week. There's a level there, and then there's the next level somewhere here. We have a support, price went up, came back to the same support, there's a break below it, price has come back to the same place. So this should be a very good sell place, but from records, this index has been upwards. Like you can see, there's this move up, and then we have a massive retracement. Then there is this big move up, then there's a retracement, then there's the next big move up, there's the next big move up, and then there's this retracement which has gone below everything. So basically what you want to happen here is that the price should go back up, then retrace back to the same place, so that we can continue buying it upwards, something like this here. So basically this one here may be a false break to the lower side, so that we buy it here clearly upwards, and with that buy you should have a take profit somewhere around 2936.0. You buy it here, have a take profit somewhere here. So we move to the next. We want to check this on the daily. We don't want to skip everything on this. I believe there has to be a very good trade on this one, possibly this week or the coming week. So we have a support here, which price has gone up to. There's this level here. So I don't like the appearance of that, and I'm going to shift it. We have a support, a support, a support, a support, a support, and as you can see, the price went below it and has retraced back to the same place. So you're on this chart at the moment. This could be a very good sell place for you, but as I've mentioned on the weekly, price may break above it, retrace back to the same place, so that you continue buying it even higher. So on this chart, you still remain flat on this, although it looks like a sell. There's no sign for selling nonetheless. So we want price to break up, retrace back to the same place, then we'll buy it higher like that. So this is a good one. This should be a very good buy on. If you buy it here, then just expect price to proceed up to 2936.0. We move to the next symbol, which is Brent oil. Let's go to gold. Gold's already loaded here. So that's just a demo trade which I had previously. I want to delete it. So on gold, I'm seeing something very significant. Like we have this. We are in an active uptrend, and then there's this dynamic support. We also have this dynamic support here, and then we have the next one here, which is a very good dynamic support there. So all this means one thing, that the price is possibly headed upwards. Like, we expect it to proceed higher towards this resistance here. A resistance, price goes down, a resistance, price goes down, a resistance, price goes down, and should come back to the same resistance, 1358.94. So you're on this chart now. There's a level here which you need to check for. We have that level there. Even if I'm to put like that, you can see somehow prices tends to be above it. So as I mentioned previously, this is a possible cap formation, like from this point here, from this point, from that point, we have this big move up, then price goes down, and then this one. So from this point to this point, this is the handle of the mark, and then we have the curved shape of the cap. So we expect it to come back to level at the top. Like, price should come from where it is now and head back towards 1358.94. So I hope that should make some sense now. So we have a resistance here, which if we know now that we're supposed to go upwards, then there's a resistance here which has to be broken first before we proceed upwards. A resistance, a resistance, a resistance. It should be broken, then we trace back to the same place so that we continue buying it higher. So that is it. Wait for a break beyond 1293.56, then you buy it upwards towards 1358.94. So we check for us if there's anything. For us, we have the same resistance here. There's the same resistance there. So a resistance, price goes down, comes back to the same resistance. It goes down, should come back to the same resistance and possibly break above it, so that we continue buying it towards 1358.94. So let's move to the next and the last symbol, which is Brent oil. Just a second. Brent oil. So if you can look at your screen now, we have the chart which you had for Brent oil. The very top one should be Brent daily. So we want to see if exactly what's happening on Brent oil is what we said that was supposed to happen. Sorry. Brent oil. So this, we have the chart fully loaded here, and then we want to get rid of just a second. I think I'm breaking, so I want to disconnect, connect again immediately. So just a second. Just a second. We should be live back. Just a second. So give me just a second. I'll be back online just immediately. So sorry for the lag. I hope we are now back. Just check your screen. I should be back now. So the last pair, which is Brent oil, we've looked at exactly what we expected to happen last week. We had a level at this point there, and then we also had a level at this point. We said a support. Price went down, came back to the same place, went down, came back to the same place. So we actually took a sell from this point here. We wanted price maybe to break above it so that we buy it, but that didn't happen. So we actually took a sell from somewhere here, and in case price comes back to the same place, then we are possibly going to continue buying it upwards towards this place here. So something like this. And there's something which I mentioned previously. I did say that this thing has been retracing in peanuts. Like you see, that's a retracement. There's that retracement there, the next retracement, and there's the next retracement there. There's also this, the first big retracement, and then there's even a bigger retracement. So as you can see, these are like 10%, like 2% retracement, 2%, 2%, 2%. Then this is 10%, and then we have 30% retracement. So this 30% could mean that the trend is possibly changing to the upper side. But although we expect that this is an indication that the price may be changing direction, price has to break above this place here. It has to go beyond 62.58 so that we confirm that we are upwards. Something like this. So unless this happens, unless price goes above 62.58, we will remain flat. But if price comes back to this place but fails to go beyond 62.58, then we look for a sell with a take profit here. So you may want to sell it. The second scenario is the price may come back to that place there, then it proceeds lower. All these two are possible. Price may come back to that place before it heads the lower side. So let's move. I hope we've looked at all the symbols. We have SP500, we have gold, we have euro, USD-JPY, we have GBP-USD. So that should bring us to the end of today's overview. And then the last thing here which I mentioned, and I'm going to repeat it just now. Just a second. We have this one here. So Christmas magic, make 1,500 out of 500 USD. So what this means is that anytime, just a second, what this bonus means is that anytime you deposit at least 500 USD, you get 1,500 in this bonus. So it's called New Year Deposit 200% bonus. So to get it on the main chart, you need to go to the real chart where I am now. I hope you can see my screen. Then you go to bonus, and then there's this deposit bonus, the very first one. And as I've said, you have to ensure you read everything, ensure you read, and most important, read the terms and conditions of this bonus. So it expires on 28th of next month, 2019. Yes. So read all this, ensure you understand everything, then apply for it. So thank you very much. That should bring us to the end of today's market overview. Have a good afternoon.